Good morning, students. Now we are going to start a new chapter, electromagnetic induction. And before starting this chapter, we would see the concept of flux, magnetic flux. I have also explained this particular topic in the previous video lectures where we have talked about electromagnetic induction, where we talked about magnetic induction, and I have defined a term which is B, which is called magnetic flux density. So it is related to B. So we are going to discuss first of all magnetic flux, and which is represented by phi B, magnetic flux phi B, just like the electric flux which was phi E. And in the same way, the definition of phi B is, suppose this is the magnetic field lines. There are magnetic field lines in a particular place, and if you take a plane surface, whose normal vector, we know that the plane surface has an area vector, and area vector is the direction of the area vector is normal to the surface of the plane. And if the plane surface is, if the direction of the plane surface is, let's say this is the area vector direction and this is the magnetic field, and this is, let's say, area vector. So we can say that the magnetic flux phi B, it is the dot product of B dot A. Magnetic flux phi B is the dot product of B dot A, and if B and A is in the same direction, then we can say this is BA. We know that this is BA cos theta, and if both are in the same direction, means magnetic field lines are normal to the plane surface which we are considering, then theta would be 0, theta equal to 0. So it could be written as simply phi B equal to BA. But the definition could be defined from this particular case, this particular relation, that the magnetic flux, it is the dot product of magnetic flux density and area vector. So for if it is making an angle, suppose this is the magnetic field lines and this is our surface, and let's say this is making an angle with the magnetic field lines theta, this is area vector and this is B. So we can say this is BA cos theta, phi B simply BA cos theta, and the unit of magnetic flux phi B is Weber, and from here we can also find the unit of B, which is phi B by A. It means phi B is Weber, WB means Weber per meter square, which is also called Tesla. So this is the unit of B, and the dimension of phi B could also be find out phi B from B to A. This is B, and the dimension of B could be find out from this formula IDL sin theta. From here you will find the dimension of B. This is MLT minus 2, and this is A, this is L. So this is M A minus 1 T minus 2, dimension of B. So M A minus 1 T minus 2, and this is A, which is L2. So the dimension of phi B finally M L2 A minus 1 T minus 2. This is the dimension and this is the unit Weber. So what is the magnetic flux? Magnetic flux is simply the dot product of magnetic flux density and area vector of a plane surface. This is the dot product of magnetic flux density and the area vector of a plane surface. Now what is electromagnetic induction? And Electromagnetic induction, as we know that this is the dot product, it means it is simply a scalar quantity. It is a scalar quantity. It is simply a number of lines, magnetic field lines. So, what is the electromagnetic induction? Faraday discovered this concept, electromagnetic induction, and he did many experiments, and he observed that when there is a change in, very important one, when there is a change in magnetic flux, when there is a change in magnetic flux phi b linked with the coil, phi b linked with the coil. When there is a change in magnetic flux phi b linked with the coil, then an EMF, electromotive force, which is voltage, we know that in case of cell, an EMF is induced. An EMF is induced across the end of the coil. EMF is induced across the ends of the coil. EMF is induced across the end of the coil. And if it is closed, then there would be a current. We know that current flows in a closed circuit, and if it is closed, then there would be a current, and that current is called induced current. So the concept of electromagnetic induction simply that the magnetic field, a changing magnetic field, because if the magnetic field is changing with respect to time, then that flux would also be changes with respect to time. Number of lines would be started changing. Means if B is changing, we can say if B is changing, magnetic flux density is changing, phi B is also changing. It means a changing magnetic field produces a current, or we can say a voltage. So there is a relation in between magnetic flux, or we can say electric voltage or current, induced current. So the main concept is change in magnetic flux linked with the coil. If there is a change in magnetic flux, means suppose this is a coil. Let's say this is a coil, and it is placed in a magnetic field, and the magnetic fields are like this. Let's say for an example, 3 number of lines are passing from this coil. You are seeing here, and for any reason, if this field is changing, it means the number of lines also start either increasing or decreasing. It means flux is changing, magnetic field is changing, flux is changing, and you know that if there is a more number of lines in a particular area, then we say that there is the strength of the magnetic field is very large. So in the same way, if it is decreasing, we can say magnetic field is being weaker, and if it is increasing from a particular area, passing from a particular, we can say magnetic field is being strong. It doesn't mean that it is being weaker or it is being stronger, only the thing matter which is change. So if there is a change in magnetic field linked with the coil, which is passing from the coil only, we would only focus on the lines which are linked with this coil, not from which are going outside. It doesn't produce any EMF, it doesn't produce any voltage. Only the lines which are passing, which are linked from the coil, responsible for inducing the EMF or current. So if there is a change in magnetic field, line links with the coil, and EMF is induced, and if the coil is closed, we know that the closed circuit current flows. So this is the basic concept of electromagnetic induction, which was discovered by the Faraday, and there are many ways we can change the magnetic field, magnetic flux linked with the coil. There are many ways we can change the magnetic flux linked with the coil, and we can see there is an induced EMF in the coil, and if the circuit is closed, current will flow. So in the next video lecture, this is the just introduction of this particular chapter. In the next video lecture, we would see the different cases, and we would see what is the Faraday laws, and we will move further. So thank you.